It's time for us to say goodnight with CJ and Corey. Bum, bum.
Hey guys, I'm CJ.
Hey guys, I'm Corey.
And we want to welcome you to Say
Good night.
Thank you so much for spending the final moments of your day or just a quiet moment you may need with us. If you all follow us on our social medias, you probably know that Corey and I are quite the pair of foodies, right, Corey?
Yeah.
We totally love snacks and eating and trying new recipes.
Yeah.
And often just because the day has ended doesn't mean that we're done snacking, right, Corey?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and Corey actually tends to work up quite an appetite before bedtime sometimes.
Yes, I like to eat dinner every night.
She definitely loves to eat dinner, but sometimes you're like, Mommy, I need one more snack, right? Yes. And we really try to eat good for us things.
Just
and
apples and grapes, or like, not chips or anything.
Not chips.
But like grapes and like apples or fruit salad.
Ooh.
All of that, just fruit and or lavender tea.
Ooh, now that is a great one. We love to make tea. And you know what we love, guys? We love to make a bedtime latte. You guys have got to grab our recipe for that over on our Pinterest. And don't worry, the latte is totally caffeine free. It's warm milk and honey and cinnamon, and it's just frothy and perfect for a bedtime.
Yes. Sometimes in the morning I only like to eat the vanilla frosting.
You like to eat the comb, the foam and the cream that we make for our teas and coffees.
Put some vanilla in there.
Put some vanilla in there. Oh my gosh. And Corey, I was going to say you sometimes work up quite the appetite at the end of the day because you like to do gymnastics and flip and get all your energy out.
Back from an arcade.
Yeah, today we actually did go to an arcade just for some fun. But that was way before bedtime.
Yeah. That was way for bedtime.
But sometimes, just doing a lot of things. And then when you get to the end of the day, you're like, wait a minute.
Today
I kind of have a little rumble.
Day.
It was a rainy day today, but
it was raining a lot.
Yeah, it was.
It's raining so hard.
But rainy days are quite relaxing. But you know what? On rainy days, I do tend to want a lot of snacks.
Yeah. You gotta have a lot of snacks because you'd be so hungry.
What'd you say?
You gotta have a lot of snacks because you'd be so hungry.
But the key is to try to eat good things at bedtime. We probably don't want to eat a ton of sugar because then that might keep us up. And I probably don't want to make like a latte with actual caffeine, right?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite bedtime snacks? Well, you said fruit and fruit salad. Anything else?
Fruit?
I know something we like to make together. Granola and granola bars.
Granola with yogurt.
Ooh, now that's a good one. Greek yogurt is nice and filling too. And we get plain or just vanilla.
Yeah. Or just, I don't know what to say, but
maybe a smoothie.
Yeah,
that's a good
smoothie. I just copy what my mommy say. I just go with her.
Yeah. You're just going with what I say. Yeah. You are so funny and cute. But I like to know what you actually like. You can say your own things too. I love to pick your brain.
I like granola with yogurt and strawberries and granola and yogurt and vanilla yogurt and strawberry yogurt and blueberry yogurt.
You know what I like sometimes?
And at night, I like to snuggle up with my mom.
You do love that. That's the best after a snack. We like to get our tea and sit in our papasan chair, and sometimes I read my book. But I like to have a snack. Sometimes I like cheese and grapes. Ooh, that's so good at night with my tea.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not following us on our Instagram or subscribe to our email list, you definitely should so you can get in on answering the questions on our episodes. In tonight's Bedtime Bite episode, we asked our friends over on Instagram, our online crew, some of their favorite bedtime snacks. And guess what? We actually have a guest in the studio with us tonight, and she answered us too. And she's going to help us go over some of the things that our other online friends answered. And today we have somebody very special to us here to chat with us a little. Is that okay if we bring her in now, Corey? Do you want to introduce her? Yes. Come on up. Who is it?
It's my auntie.
Yes, it's my sister, Cece, and Corey's Ani. Hi, Ani. Welcome.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to Say Goodnight. You're our very first guest.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thanks for having me, guys.
You're so welcome. We're so glad to have you here. And you are going to go ahead and kick off our segment, and you're going to let us know what was your response to what's your favorite bedtime or evening snack.
So I love to have, I don't know if you guys ever had it, but it's the salt and vinegar almonds. That's my guilty pleasure. And I absolutely love to sneak and put some in my hand and then eat them before I go to bed. But you know what? Sometimes it catches up to me because I get so thirsty from all the salt.
I bet so. Aren't those that brand you sent Corey some one time? There was like 3 different flavors: Korean barbecue. It's like blue diamond, right?
Yes.
I think that's the same people that make milk also. Okay, Ani, let's see. You got to tell us, what do you think about some of our subscribers? What their responses were to their favorite bedtime snacks. So we have _Leah_, and she said her favorite bedtime snack was butter pecan ice cream.
Oh my gosh, I love ice cream. I'm not the biggest fan of butter pecan. Mm-hmm. Some people say pecan. But I do love a good scoop of ice cream.
I do. I think that it may...
Me too.
You too? Yeah. I think that that's a wonderful snack.
Sometimes in the morning, I like it with a little sprinkle of sprinkles.
In the morning, or you mean in the daytime?
Well, yeah, in the daytime.
Yeah, we tend to not. We tend to not eat a lot of ice cream on a weeknight because I think for Corey might keep her up with the sugar. But Friday night, we are definitely all about ice cream and movies in the basement, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Corey is definitely turned up, and this is supposed to be a bedtime podcast. Okay, so let's read another comment. We had at Minding My Nerves, which is Darianne. She said her favorite bedtime snacks were popcorn, popsicles, or granola.
Popsicles. Okay, that's my favorite one. I almost get them every night.
You almost get those every night?
Yes, I almost get them every night. I love popsicles. I just can't stay in them.
She lives for a good popsicle.
She clearly lives for a really good popsicle.
But it's giving me brain freeze. It's giving me a little brain freeze and cold mouth freeze.
Corey, you are totally cracking us up tonight. But that is a good one. I do love a popsicle. I do. There's that brand, and it's a green box, and they have like the real fruit pieces in it. Oh, I think it's like the Outre fruit bars or something. I totally can't think of it. If you guys are following us on Instagram, I'll try to tag them in their stories or in the comments below. They're so good. And we had someone that's really special to us answer this one too. And it's Ryan, my husband, or Daddy, as Corey calls him. He said that his favorite bedtime snack was cereal, specifically Raisin Bran or granola.
I'm not really a fave of Raisin Bran, but I love like these little ones that make these now. We got one yesterday, I think.
Oh, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Minis. Yeah, cereal is a good...
have other big ones too.
Yeah, I think...
And my brother's at college for now. My brother's at college, so him love cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, he totally loves those.
Yeah, him just tore them up.
Cereal is a really good snack. I think you would say me and Daddy's choices in cereal are old people cereal, grandma cereal, but they're so good. What about you, Ani? Do you have a favorite
I
cereal?
love Raisin Bran. It doesn't go out of style for me. It's a
No.
classic. So.
So good. I am even guilty of adding raisins to other cereal.
I add raisins sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just sometimes. And I like Raisin Bran sometimes.
Okay, I totally could see that. I think cereal is a good bedtime snack. It's filling, and as long as you pick something with not a ton of sugar. Yeah, and we like to have ours with almond milk. It's so good. Ani, do you have any other favorite bedtime snack or things that you like to nibble on sometimes before you go to bed?
I usually try to keep it extremely light just because, I have this thing. I feel like if I eat too heavy, I'm not gonna...
No. Tell them, what do you think? What do you think will give you nightmares or make you sleepwalk?
I don't know. I'm a 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s, and I remember I watched this episode of Hey Arnold.
And Helga Pataki.
And it stuck with me for life. So Helga was eating pork rinds, and because she ate the pork rinds, she was sleepwalking. And ever since then, I would tell CJ that she cannot eat pork rinds because it would make her sleepwalk. And I stand by that. Okay.
Guys, when I was actually pregnant with Corey, I had pork rinds one night, and Ani was like, "You are going to sleepwalk." She was like, "You are going to be sleepwalking. You're not going to be able to sleep." And totally didn't happen. It was a pregnancy craving, but she has been convinced that if you eat pork rinds before you go to sleep, you're going to sleepwalk. It never happened.
I absolutely stand by that. So if you're listening, don't eat pork rinds at night.
If you're listening and you have eaten pork rinds at night and will continue to, write that. Leave us a comment and let us know if they've ever caused you to sleepwalk. What about you, Corey? You think that's true or false?
True.
I knew she's always going to go with her Ani. She says true. Okay.
Well, actually fake.
Guys.
It's probably actually fake because it's just a movie.
Okay, guys, we are having so much fun tonight, and we hope you guys are relaxing and mellowing out and having a few laughs with us also before bedtime. Tonight, I'm going to share another poem with you all that I wrote for Corey, and tonight's poem is called Bedtime Bite. I'm going to share that right now with Ani, Corey, and all of you. Bedtime Bite. As the moon shines high and stars twinkle bright, time for dreams and saying goodnight, but not before a bedtime bite. Let's head to the kitchen where a treat awaits before we slip off to dreamy states. Not time for sugary sweets or candies to eat, but a bowl of juicy berries would sure be a treat. Such natural sweetness, a pleasant surprise, and vibrant colors, a feast for our eyes. Almonds or veggies and apple will do. So many wonderful choices, all good for you. Or how about a smoothie, blended with care, filled with all things good, a nutritious affair. Choose your snack wisely before we rest our heads. It will be fuel for sweet dreams as we sleep in our beds. With satisfied tummies and our eyelids feeling low, off to our cozy beds we go. Good night, my dear, sweet dreams, sleep tight. I hope you'll rest soundly after your bedtime bite. Okay, guys, so how did we enjoy tonight's poem?
Oh, it was so lovely.
Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it, and I'm so glad you could join us tonight and be our very first guest.
Thank you, girls.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope tonight's poem gave you some food for thought for some nutritious and delicious bedtime snacks. We want to remind you to leave a comment, rate, and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite pod app, and make sure you share with your friends and family. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, and now it's time to say good night. Good night, it's time for us to say good night. Our day together has come to an end. We had fun, we laughed and played. Now it's time to end our day. So good night, my friends, good night. Tomorrow is a brand new day, and now we gotta go to sleep. Good night, good night. night, good night. It's time for us to say good night, good night. I'll see you in the morning, good night. I'll see you in the morning, good night. Good night, my friends, good night. Good night.
Good night.